The 3 p.m. kickoffs today absolutely did not disappoint, and neither did the Saint City game. So we're going to go through all of the games and what actually happened in the games, because what a day of football we've had today. Starting off with the Liverpool game, obviously. Liverpool getting the job done, 3-1 against Palace. It was a bit of a weird goal for Palace, obviously. The keeper goes down injured. They don't kick it out. Obviously, they see he's out injured, and Munoz just puts it into an open net. Liverpool players complain, obviously. Luckily for Liverpool, and thankfully for him, he carried on and continued the rest of the game, so it's not a bad injury. But what could have been a perfect day for Liverpool was avoided because Mo Salah went off injured. What looks like to be a hamstring tear, and it could be the last time Salah plays for Liverpool, obviously leaving at the end of the season. So I hope for his sake and Liverpool fans' sake, that's not the case and he does get another chance to say a proper goodbye to Liverpool. Moving on to the Spurs game now. They finally got their first win, 2026, against relegated Wolves. And obviously Chapelini's in the crowd, again, like he always does. Mr. Theatrical. But no, obviously with that win and the celebrations, obviously Spurs are finally out of the relegation battle. You would think anyway. It would be, obviously, if it wasn't for Callum Wilson scoring, I think it was a 92nd minute winner for West Ham to get 3 points and keep them out of the relegation zone and above Spurs. So Spurs are still in the relegation zone, thankfully. This man's to thank, Arsenal fans, so thank you, Callum Wilson, because now it's another week of Spurs being in the relegation zone and their fans having head loss because, yes, they've won their first game, but they're back in the relegation zone. And to make matters worse for Spurs, obviously I don't like to talk about injuries, but it looks like Xavi Simons and Solanke are both now injured, which is a massive, massive blows for Spurs. And obviously Tell was seen limping. I'm not too sure if he is injured, but if so, that's 3 key players that are going to be injured in the relegation battle for the final 4 games of the season. So for their sake, I do hope they're not injured, but obviously it would be quite funny to see them go down. I missed out the Arsenal game because I've done a whole video on that, but moving on to the Saints City game, Saints bow out of the FA Cup. 2-1 to City. What looked like they were going to win. Obviously, Finn Azaz with an absolute worldie, screamer completely against the run of play, right in front of the Saints fans. That's obviously a good experience for them to see that absolute worldie, just for then 2 minutes later, Doku to break their heart. An avoidable goal, really. 1-1, and then you're thinking, okay, City are probably going to click on to the next gear, or it'll go extra time, then City will win it, obviously against tired legs and the experience, and also just the quality that City have. They have it over Saints. Well, no, then Nico Gonzalez comes out with something that somehow one-ups Finn Azaz's goal. I mean, I thought that was an absolute worldie. And then Nico Gonzalez pulls that out of absolutely nowhere to send them through to a FA Cup final where they'll obviously face either Chelsea or Leeds. So just like City are probably going to do double. We hope it's not the treble. Obviously, if we bottle it, it will be the treble. But we hope it's just a domestic double. I mean, still a great season for City, but yeah, Saints, they had a good run in the FA Cup, but ultimately it comes to an end in the semi-finals. And now they can focus on trying to